Namamsi. Swagatam to the first video of the Niti Shatakam series. Niti Shatakam is a wonderful work written by Bhartrihari in simple Sanskritam but carrying profound wisdom. I am sure that these verses will definitely bring in a lot of transformation in anyone who listens to them. They teach us how to apply philosophy in our day-to-day lives. The verses are very interesting. Some are funny, some are satire, but they all convey great meaning and carry a lot of wisdom. Before getting into the work, I will tell you a little bit about the poet who wrote this wonderful work. Bhartrihari was a king, and it is said that King Vikramaditya was his younger brother. Like other poets of Sanskritam, there is very little authentic information about him, but through the parampara we get to know about one very important incident that happened in his life and that changed him totally. I will tell that story now. Once an ascetic, a wandering sadhu, came to Bhartrihari and gave him a fruit. It was a very special fruit, and the sadhu told him that he had got this fruit through the power of his tapas, and whoever eats this fruit will remain youthful forever. Then the sadhu leaves. Bhartrihari loved his queen very much. He loved her so much that instead of eating the fruit himself, he gave it to her. Now this queen had a secret lover. She loved him very much, so she gave the fruit to him. And this secret lover was in a relationship with another woman, and he loved her a lot, so he gave the fruit to that woman. This woman always admired King Bhartrihari and liked him a lot, so she came and gave the fruit to Raja Bhartrihari. Raja Bhartrihari was taken aback when the fruit came back to him, because he realized that the wife that he loved so much did not love him at all. At that instance, he got vairagyam, that is total detachment. Then he gave up his throne and became a sannyasi. This incident Bhartrihari himself narrates through a verse which goes like this. Yam chintayami satatam maisa virakta sapyanyamichhati janam sajanonyasakta asmat krite cha parishusyati kachidanya dhiktam chatam cha madanam cha imam cha mam cha. If you look at this verse, he says, Yam chintayami satatam mayi sa virakta, meaning about whom I am always thinking, she is not interested in me. Sa api anyam janam ichhati, she likes someone else. Saha janaha anyasaktaha, and he likes someone else. Asmat krite cha parishusyati kachidanya, meaning someone else is longing for me. The last line is very rhythmic and he says, Dhiktam chatam cha madanam cha imam cha mam cha. Dhik means shame on. And he says, Dhiktam, shame on her, which refers to the queen. And Dhiktam, meaning shame on him, which refers to the queen's secret lover. Dhik madanam, shame on Cupid, because of whom this whole game of love is happening. And Dhik imam, meaning shame on her, referring to the woman who loved Bhartrihari. And finally he says, Dhik mam, meaning shame be unto me also. It is said that Bhartrihari became a sannyasi and that he again came back and became a householder, a grihastha. And then again he got vairagya and he became a sannyasi. And then again he came back and became a grihastha. And finally the third time he found out true happiness is in vairagya alone and he became a sannyasi permanently. The story about the fruit incident is written by Bhartrihari himself in one of the verses in Niti Shatakam. Some scholars say that this verse actually belongs to Sringara Shatakam, which is another work of Bhartrihari. Whatever may be the case, this was written by Bhartrihari himself. Bhartrihari has written totally 3 Shatakams. Shatakam is a collection of 100 verses. In Sanskritam, Shatam means 100. One is the Niti Shatakam that we are going to relish through these series of videos. Do subscribe to my channel if you do not want to miss listening to these wonderful shlokas filled with beauty and wisdom. The other work of his is the Sringara Shatakam, which describes the various moods and attitudes of lovers in union and in separation. Remember, Bhartrihari had been switching from sannyasa to grihastha for 3 times. So he had good knowledge of Shrungara, that is romance. And the third Shatakam is Vairagya Shatakam. Finally, when Bhartrihari realized that true happiness is in detachment, he wrote this work. Also, Bhartrihari was not just a poet and a king. He was also a great grammarian. He has written a very important book on grammar called Vakyapadiyam. Like all other Sanskritam works, Niti Shatakam also starts with a Mangalacharanam, which in this case is a prayer to the infinite universe. Also, I will be sharing the PDFs containing the splitting of words, the Anvaya Krama, which is the reordering of words to understand the verse better, and also the word by word meaning and the overall meaning in the membership portal of my channel. These PDFs will be available to members only, so do consider becoming a member of Tattvam YouTube channel. Now let us begin with the Mangalacharanam. Dikkaladyanavacchinnananta chinmatramurtaye swanubhutyekamanaya namashantaya tejase. The verse says Namaha, meaning salutations. Salutations to whom? Salutations to Dikkaladyanavacchinnananta chinmatramurtaye. This word is a compound word, and if I expand it, it will be Dikkaladibhihi anavacchinnaya ananta chinmatra murtaye, meaning to that infinite which cannot be determined by space, time, etc. Then it says salutations to Swanubhutyekamanaya, which is also a compound word, and when expanded it becomes Swanubhutya ekamanaya. It means salutations to that which can be known only by self-experience. Then Shantaya, salutations to that which is peaceful, and Tejase, to that which is bright. So the verse says salutations to the infinite which cannot be determined by space, time, etc., which can be known only by experiencing it by ourselves, which is peaceful and which is bright. Basically, Bhartrihari has tried not to confine the supreme, all-encompassing force that is running this world into any form. He has made a prayer to it in its infinite form itself. I shall recite the verse again so that you can recall the meaning along with the verse. Dikkaladyanavacchinnananta chinmatramurtaye swanubhutyekamanaya namashantaya tejase. So, before the actual Niti Shatakam begins, after the Mangalacharanam, there is another verse. That verse I already discussed. It is about that incident that happened in Bhartrihari's life. Now begins the actual Niti Shatakam. The first 10 verses describe the fools. This section is called Murkha Paddhatihi or Agnya-ninda. So we can check with ourselves if we belong to that category or not. The first shloka is Agnya Sukhamaradhyah Sukhataramadhyah Visheshagnyah Jnana Lava Durvidagdham Brahmapi Naram Naranjate. Agnya means a person who does not know. This kind of a person is Sukhamaradhyah. Sukha means easy, and Aradhyah means to make him understand or to please him. So Agnya Sukhamaradhyah means a person who does not know can be taught easily or can be pleased easily. Sukhataram Aradhyah Visheshagnyah. Sukhataram means easier. Visheshagnyah means a person who knows, who is knowledgeable, who knows well. It is even more easier to make a knowledgeable person understand. But Jnana Lava Durvidagdham Brahmapi Naram Naranjate. Jnana Lava Durvidagdhaha is Jnanasya Lavena Durvidagdhaha, means a person who has become arrogant and proud just by getting a little knowledge. Lava means little and Durvidagdhaha means arrogant. Bhartrihari says even Lord Brahma cannot make him happy or convince him. So the gist of this verse is, it is easy to teach or please a person who does not know anything. It is more easier to teach or make happy a person who is wise and learned. But even Lord Brahma cannot teach or make happy a person who has become arrogant and proud with little knowledge. This is the timeless wisdom of Bhartrihari. We see such people even in the current times. More important than seeing such qualities in others is to see if we have such qualities. Later in one of the verses, Bhartrihari talks about this. Now I will recite the verse again. I am sure you will start understanding the meaning as you listen. If you memorize this verse, then it works like a reminder now and then when our ego lifts up its head. Agnya sukhamaradhyah sukhataramadhyah visheshagnyah jnana lava durvidagdham brahmapi naram naranjate. The next shloka goes like this. Prasahya manimudharet makaravakradam shrantarat samudram santaret prachala durmimala kulam bhujangam kopita shirasi pushpavad dharayet natu pratinivishta murkha jana chittam aradhayet. Prasahya means forcibly. Manim uddharet means one can lift a gemstone from where? Makara vaktra damstrantarat means from between the jaws of a crocodile. Samudramapi santaret prachala durmi malakulam means one can even cross an ocean that is full of waves that are moving and which is difficult to cross. Samudra has ocean, santaret means may cross, urmi means wave, and prachalat means moving, and akulam means difficult. Bhujangamapi kopitam shirasi pushpavad dharayet means one can even wear an angry serpent on the head like a flower. Bhujangaha is a snake and kopita means angry. Shirasi means on the head and pushpavat means like a flower and dharayet means can wear. And in the last line Bhartrihari says, Natu pratinivishta murkha jana chittam aradhayet. But it is impossible to convince a foolish person who is fixated on his opinions. Pratinivishta means fixated on one idea and murkha janaha is a foolish person. Chittaha is mind and aradhayet means to convince or please. Natu pratinivishta murkha janasya chittam aradhayet. When a person is too strong on his opinions and is also ignorant, meaning not that knowledgeable in that aspect, then it is impossible to convince him otherwise because he is holding on to his opinions tightly. So if we come across such people, we must remember this verse of Bhartrihari and we should not waste our time and energy in trying to convince them or to teach them the right ways. We have seen in this verse that it is possible to take out a gemstone from the mouth of a crocodile. We may even cross an ocean and even wear an angry serpent on the head like a flower. But it is not possible to convince a foolish person who is fixated on his opinions. Another thing is, we must also introspect and see if we are doing this in any area of our life. I will recite this verse so that you can recall the meaning along with the verse. Prasahya manimudharet makaravakradam shrantarat samudramapi santaret prachala durmimala kulam bhujangamapi kopita shirasi pushpavad dharayet natu pratinivishta murkha jana chittam aradhayet. If you like these verses of Niti Shatakam, then type Samyak Asti, meaning it is nice, in the comments. You can type Samyak Asti in the comment section and please do share it with as many people as you can so that it reaches more and more people. Also, if you want the PDF of the verse with the meanings, Anvaya Krama, word by word meaning and also the overall meaning, then consider becoming a member of my channel. You will get access to the PDFs. I shall continue with the rest of the beautiful verses in the next videos. So do subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon so that you will be notified when I add the next video. Agrima Chitre Melitasmi Namo Namah.